If you don't want to make the same error, please watch the video until the end. At the end of the video, we'll explain why could be an error, but also an advantage for somebody, because somebody of you asked me, can I stop the fermentation because I like sweet wine? Making this error, you can have sweet wine. So follow the video until the end. Plus, I want to thank all of you guys. Thank you for your support. Many of you answered in the video the Python. So I will keep going with the channel until it will be impossible, but I will try going. Maybe with your help, with your advice, I can fight against the algorithm, so the channel can go again a little bit up. This video, the last video you will see here from Indonesia, will be the same because I already recorded. Now I'm only editing them. But from May, when I will back in Italy, I will try maybe new format like somebody of you asked me. But the style or the goal of the channel will be always the same, to bring culture about food from all over the world. So maybe sometimes you need to watch, if you like, some strange video like the Python, because I like to show that in different country, different culture, different economy, people eat different things. And you can make the wine from rice, from honey, from rambutan. But if you are in Italy, naturally, or for sure, you will make wine from grapes. Okay, see you after the intro. Hello guys, today we make homemade mead or homemade hydromel. Thanks to you, a follower here on the English channel, give me the recipe. Thank you, but also sorry, because I don't know the name. It's many letters and number, so I don't know how to pronounce it. This follower take the recipe from a Viking cooking book. Naturally, you can adapt to your circumstances. Because I am here in Indonesia, I found only raisin or dry grapes. But for this recipe, you can use any kind of berries. Better if you find Nordic berries, because it's a Viking recipe. Or you can use dry apricot or dry plums. In 3.5 liters of water, I add 200 grams of raisin. Now we should wait 1-2 hours. In this way the grapes will release the sugar and all the other substance inside the water. So see you in 2 hours. After 2 hours, I add 1 kilogram of honey. And before that we add the yeast, you need to check the original gravity. That I check it is 1060. But remember, shake very well your fermenter. If not, the honey that is more heavy will drop on the bottom. So when you will check, the number will be wrong. Now I will add 1 teaspoon of yeast for sparkling wine. Who follow the channel know that I like sparkling wine. But also I will put the link under the video if you want to buy a mead yeast specific for this kind of fermentation. After that we add the yeast, we close our fermenter with the airlock, and when the fermentation starts, I will update you. The following morning, the fermentation is running very well. You can notice from the airlock, but also from the resin that is floating on the top of our wine. Short update, after 3 days the fermentation is running very well. You can see from the airlock that make a bubbles every 5, 6, 7 seconds, maybe less. But I'm doing this short video to remember you to shake your fermenter every day for the first 7 days. Inside the fermenter and with the airlock there will be no problem, but just in case, because the fruit is on the top now, push up by the bubbles. If we shake a little bit, we mix again the fruit, so the one that is on the bottom will go on the top, and so on, and you will have no problem. Remember, every day, one time for 1 week, for 7 days. After 21 days, 3 weeks, the fermentation was done because the airlock was at level, but I wait until today, that is 30 days of fermentation. In this way, all the yeast that was still around now is on the bottom. I check now the final gravity, that is little bit high, because it's 1015. Usually, the best things to do is to wait until the final gravity is 1008. Usually should be 1000, or sometime when they make a great job, 990. So this is why now I will not put the sugar in the bottles, because what's happened when you put the wine in the bottles, you get a little bit of air. Maybe the fermentation can start again in your bottles, because now you have the sugar plus the yeast is reactivated. Be careful, because if you wait longer, maybe your bottle can explode. But because in less than 1 month I will go back to Italy, because I will drink this wine maybe in 2 weeks, sharing with my friends here in Manado, there is no problem. So remember, if you drink in 1 month, it's okay also if the sugar is a little bit high. If you drink in 6 months, be careful, because if the fermentation starts in the bottle, you will lose your wine and maybe you can be hurt from some explosion of the bottle. Be careful. So if you remember, the original gravity was 1060, the final gravity is 1015, the difference is 45, divided by the coefficient, that is 7.5, the alcohol content of our mead or our honey wine is 6%, kind of beer, so perfect if you make some appetizer, maybe with cheese, maybe, yeah, I think the best way to drink it is with cheese, because tomorrow that I will test it, probably at the end will be sparkling, alcoholic, but also a little bit sweet, so with cheese will be perfect. Now I put my wine in the bottles. I don't show you, if not the video will be 30 minutes. I store 2 or 3 bottles in the fridge and see you tomorrow for the tasting. spectacular. You can smell the honey and also you can taste a little bit. For me the problem is that I like or really dry wine or really sweet wine. This is only 6% of alcohol, also if the yeast had the power to reach 12, and is not very sweet like passito wine, so it's up to you also on the kind of taste that you have about wine. I let it taste to my friends. Some people say yeah, it's good because it's sweet and not strong. Some others say no, the rice wine is better because it's more strong and can taste the alcohol. So it's really a question of taste. But why the fermentation stop when we reach 6% of alcohol content? Because this recipe is old recipe when there was no preservative. The dry fruit that we buy now have preservative that is called sulfur dioxide. It's okay for our body, but maybe not okay for the yeast. So the fermentation starts, but when the alcohol reach a certain level plus this preservative, they cannot go on with the fermentation. So it's a problem if you, like me, like a dry wine, so around 10-12% of alcohol content. But if you like sweet wine, a low alcohol could be an advantage, because some people ask me, how can I stop the fermentation and have sweet wine? Maybe you can add some dry fruit like the raisin. Check that have the preservative. So if you try to stop the fermentation with the raisin, let us know down in a comment. Okay guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, to leave me a like, to watch and share this video with your friends. If, like Adam, finally I find the name of this follower, thank you Adams for your help for the recipe. You want to share some recipe with me, you can write me here in a comment, you can send me an email, or you can write me directly on Instagram. Bye bye. You can smell the honey. You can taste it also. Bye bye.